I know you're disappointed, but I want you to remember that disappointment is temporary. However, the learning, growth, and development that you get from disappointing experiences will last a lifetime and make you a stronger, more capable person. We all have disappointing experiences, some of which can be very painful. But there are 3 steps we can take to manage that pain and successfully recover from a disappointing event. The first step we can take is to embrace the pain and to acknowledge our emotions without suppressing or fighting them, and to recognize there is no shame in how we feel. One of the most consistent findings in the psychological literature is that people who try to suppress their emotions will almost always prolong their distress. Emotional suppression is connected to greater physiological stress, reduced relationship quality, and even decreased memory, whereas acceptance leads to greater psychological health and resilience. Second, practice self-compassion and avoid self-criticism. It is very natural for us to criticize ourselves when we face disappointment. We might say things like, "I really messed that up," or "I'm such a failure." What is far better is to demonstrate compassion for ourselves. You can do this with positive self-talk. For example, say out loud, "Everyone makes mistakes and I am doing my best." Or, "It did not work out this time, but I will succeed next time." You can also use this process to facilitate cognitive reappraisal, which is an emotion regulation strategy where you intentionally change the way you think about a stressful event to alter its emotional impact. For example, instead of saying, "Everything is ruined," say, "This changes my plans, but it does not change my future." Research consistently shows that self-compassion leads to faster emotional recovery, lower anxiety, reduced depression, and greater motivation. Third and finally, learn from the experience. We will spend our lives dealing with disappointment, and the quality of those lives will be determined by how effective we are at learning from those difficult experiences. When you are dealing with a disappointing event, ask yourself 3 questions. Start with, what can I learn from this experience? It will help to keep a journal of what you have learned so you can refer back to it later. Then ask yourself, specifically, what went wrong and what will I do differently next time to fix it? Once again, jot your thoughts down in a journal so you can refer back to it later. Notice that these questions emphasize specific behavioral changes that will increase the likelihood of a successful outcome the next time you encounter this situation. That's it. Remember, disappointment is temporary, but the learning, growth, and development that you get from disappointing experiences will last you a lifetime.